Good morning, students. Let us start with chapter 5, Forms of Business Organization. Up till now, what we have learned in BO, that was just a basic, that is business, commerce, then your allied services in the economic activity, non-economic activity and all. Banking, insurance. Now we have to study that if you want to do a business, then how business can be done. How many forms are available to do the business? How many aspects, the structural figures under which you can do your business activity. So here the introduction of the various forms of business activity will be given in our chapter 5, 6 and 7. 3 chapters are there, will give us information about the structure. So the first question be there in your mind, what is business organization? What that business organization means? Business organization is the structure formed in order to enable delegation of authority and responsibility towards the people actively engaged for common goal is organization. So how to understand these technical words? Now onwards you will be having the actual commercial terms used in the meaning. As a business organization, as an organization, one of the function, we will study this aspect in standard 12th in detail. Just now, we only touch the meaning of the structure. It is a structure, it is a format in which the business activities are to be done. How the business will be managed, how many are doing actual work, at what position and at what authority and responsibility level the persons are working. So to get a view and understanding about the business structure, that is what known as a business organization. Now there are so many business structures available. One is that is the sole proprietorship, second partnership, Hindu undivided family, then you have the private company, public company, cooperative society, we have the public sector. Under public sector we have that is the government department, government corporation, government companies, and also we have the multinationals. So there are so many. All these structure we are going to study step by step in all the chapter 5, 6 and 7. So we begin first with the first step, the smallest business structure available in economy, that is what to be called that sole proprietorship. So the question is, what is sole proprietorship? The meaning of sole proprietorship says that according to the Lewis and Henry, the sole proprietorship definition they have mentioned, the sole proprietorship is such a form of business organization in which there is only one person. The important thing, only one person at the top. You can say at the top, or he is working, he is alone, and as a management you can say one person is only there. Who is responsible? Who with all the direct activities of the business. He has to see how business activity to be run. He has to invest his money. He has to take decision. He is going to bear the profits or losses of the business, and he is all alone. One man show. That is what sole proprietorship. Here, and bear the risk of the failure by himself. There may be a failure. Our definition of business says that an economic activity to earn profit. It implies that if loss is there, that also you only have to bear. So in this manner, one person when does every activity and he is sole responsible for all the activities, that is known as sole proprietorship. So this is what the meaning. When you go outside, you will find that people are doing business. You go to the shopping mall, you will see that there are so many number of shops, all are belongs to sole proprietorship. You have observed that nearby your residence, when you go on the 4th Street, you will find small traders and shops are there. They all are. The provision shop or stationery shop or a medical store, all these belongs to the sole proprietorship. So one person invests, he only run, he only attend the business, he only bear the profits or losses of the business. That is what the basic concept of sole proprietorship. Now let us see the characteristics of sole proprietorship. The characteristics are, the very first, that easy to establish. Why it is easy to establish? Because there is no need of a registration. See, for a partnership we have Partnership Act. For a company we have Companies Act. For a cooperative society we have a Cooperative Society Act. Only the sole proprietorship is a business in which there is no registration. At any time you can start, at any time you can close, any time you may change the business. All these things are possible in this, so that easy, at what time you have funds and you idea come in your mind, I want to start a business, you are free to start a business because it comes under economic activity. All are free to do economic activity. So easy to establish. Capital. With the least capital also you can start business. There is no limit that to start a business minimum this much amount you require. But whatever capital you have, you can start a business, because sole proprietorship is going to be a small business. It's going to be limited to the human capacity. And that's why the limit, the size and the capital investment both are going to be limited in sole proprietorship. Next is that limited power of administration. Obviously, when one person is running the business, one person has the human limitation. One cannot work 24 hours a day. One cannot sustain continuously with all the activity. One can present at one place only. All these things are there. So administrative capacity and efficiency and the limits of administration you will find here. Freedom of work and quick decision. You are a boss. No one is on the head of you. No one is going to rule you. You decide what you want. You are free to take your own decision. So that freedom, that confidence and that zeal of doing work on their own quickly. There is no need of a long discussion. No need to hold a meeting with whom you are going to discuss. You are alone. So, quick decisions possible. Freedom of work is possible. You are free to change your business. You are free to do what you want. You are free to take your decisions. Next is, that is liability. In the sole proprietorship, the liability of the owner become unlimited. Try to understand. There are two types of liability. Limited and unlimited. Limited means the up to amount you have invested, you are liable to that amount. In case of a joint stock company, your liability limited. In case of a cooperative society, your liability is limited. But in case of a sole proprietorship and partnership, your liability unlimited. So what that unlimited word mean? That if the business debts are to be paid and business funds are not sufficient, business assets are less than liability, the personal asset of the owner also brought in to pay the liability. So that concept is known as a unlimited liability. Here the owner is responsible and he has to pay. The maintenance of secrecy is possible. The maintenance, you are alone. Especially in case of a business like goldsmith, the gold and jewelry and all. The secrets are there. How you are making that gold ornaments, with what proportion and with what its purity and all. That secret information can be maintained. In the same manner, if you are doing any activity in which the your pattern is there, your particular production style is there, those things, the secrets of the business, no need to share. You are alone. There are no other owners with whom you have to talk. So the secrecy is possible to be maintained. The personal contact. You are doing business yourself. You attend the business every day. You go to the business every day. You open the shop, you be there. So every customer you know personally. Every particular creditor and the debtor you know personally. So the personal rapport established. You create a good confidence with your customers and the traders, so that the personal contact is possible. Here, centralization of ownership. One person, one man show. Whole authority belongs to that person only. So ownership belongs to only one person who has started the business. And the management also done by only one person. So in this manner, you can say that these all are the main chief characteristics of sole proprietorship. Now we can understand the advantages of sole proprietorship. Which are the advantages? Under this form of business organization, which advantage you can enjoy to do a business as sole proprietor? The very first advantage is, see, the character itself, if you split half become advantage, few become disadvantage. So from the character itself you can derive the advantages. The very first advantage, that is easy to establish. There is no lengthy procedure. If you want to start a partnership, you have to prepare partnership deed, you have to go for registration. If you have to start a cooperative society, you have to follow the rules, regulations, and then you have to issue the shares and you have to start. Company, it's a long process of establishment of company. So any other business, it will take a long procedure. Sole proprietor, there is no procedure. At any moment, at any time, with your capital, with your determination, you can start your business. So easy to establish is the first advantage of your sole proprietorship. The second is capital. With the least of capital, you can start a business. There is no specific requirement that you have to have this much amount, then only you can start business. That is not required. You can do your business with a minimum amount or whatever amount available with you. The next, you can say that freedom of work and quick decisions. Because you are the boss, there is no one to rule you. So you feel always free. You feel always to take the decision on your own. You are alone, so there won't be more time taken while taking decisions. The next, you can say that maintenance of secrecy possible. You are alone, so you can keep all the important matters of the business within yourself. You are not going to share with the secrets with anyone. So your monopoly in your product can be maintained. Next is that is personal contact. As you know your customer, you have established the rapport. You have maintained the relationship. So that will help you to sustain your business. So that personal contact possible. The another most important advantage of the sole proprietorship is flexibility. Your small shop is there. When the you can say the season of the kite flying day is nearby, you can sell the kites. As the Diwali is coming up, you can start with the firecrackers. As the corona is going on, you can sell that the product like the mask and the sanitizers. So you are free. You have to run the business. Quickly you can change and flexibly you can do. So that is the best character of sole proprietorship, that is flexibility. Next is that is the less tax burden. You are doing your business as an individual. the taxation is applied, the rate of taxation applied based on individual, so that the individual taxation rate are the minimum, are the least. So the benefit of that low taxation can be enjoyed by the sole proprietor. So you can understand that whatever ticked with the red, all are the advantages of sole proprietorship. With only one list you remember, 3 questions are done. One is that the characteristic, second advantage, and third is the limitations. Understood? So this is the quick way of keeping things in mind and maintaining the quick revision of your content. Now let us see the disadvantage, limitations of sole proprietorship. One is the capital. See, you are investing very less capital. Because of that, the size of business going to be less, limited. So capital can be said as advantage also, can be said as a limitation also. You always fall short of capital. You can't go beyond because your financial capacity is not that much. You can't take more loan on your head because as such you have unlimited liability. So always you feel that crisis of finance in case of sole proprietorship. So the first disadvantage, limitation, is capital because it is limited. The second, liability, unlimited. As I have explained you, to pay the business debts, even the personal asset, the jewelry of the wife and the property of the family, also you are putting at risk. And this is not good. You make mistakes and the family members, that is the wife and children and parents, are suffering for that. So that is what the unlimited liability concept is, the biggest disadvantage of sole proprietorship. Next is the short duration. The sole proprietorship business cannot sustain too long. You have established a business, you are running a shop, not necessary your children are going to follow. They will start something different. They may not interest in what you are doing and you are alone. Your physical abilities and physical strength will deteriorate. You are going to feel tired and you are going to unable to run the business. So at a one point of time the business has to wind up. And because of that, the short duration, the length of it can't run for 100 and 200 years the way the companies are running. So short duration is the limitation of sole proprietorship. Then the limited work capacity. As I said, human limitations are there. You are alone. You feel tired. The day you are not feeling well, your business activity are stopped because you can't go and open the shop. You are not feeling well. You are ill. You are sick. So that limited work capacity, no substitute is available. No helping hand is available to you. So that's why the business suffered. Hasty decisions. The next important point, when you are alone, no one is there to tap on your shoulder that no, this is wrong. Please let us rethink. There is no one to stop you. So in hurry, in that mental trauma and stress, you may take wrong decision. You may make mistakes in business and that mistakes may lead to the losses. So that is what called hasty decision. If a partnership is there, the meeting will be there to take decision. In a companies, all the directors sit together and take the decision. In cooperative society, the whole committee and directors are there to take decision. While here, you are alone. So hasty decision is the biggest limitation. Next is lack of advantages of large scale business. Because of a low capital, because of a low administrative capacity, because of a human efficiency and abilities are limited, due to all this, the size of the business sole proprietorship is small. And so the advantage of large scale production and low cost of production, all these advantages are not possible. So in summary, we can say the characteristics you have to prepare, that will classified into two. all the red one what mentioned are advantages, the blue ticked one are your limitations. So one content help you to do the question. The whole question be of the 3 marks or 5 marks. 1 mark question be there. What you mean by sole proprietorship? And the entire question clubbed with meaning and characteristics, or meaning and advantages, or meaning along with limitations. So in this manner, the content of sole proprietorship to be prepared. Thank you.